showed up yet. Okay, it'll be good. Make sure the sound good. It'll be good. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, as always, want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Want to give double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that's still teaching this truth. And as always, much peace, love, and salutation to the elect. All right, that's beginning with the 144,000 all the way down to the large multitude that believes who the Lord would deliver in these last days. To you always say Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we're Great Millstone, Dallas. Today's date is December 12th. December 19th, 2025. All right, the hopeful year of our deliverance and the fall of Esau, Edom, man, coming into it. And we're coming into some very, very important times, man. Beautiful times at that. You know what should behoove you? All right, if you got your eyes open and the Lord is giving you the eyesight to see, all right, to understand the times that we're in, man. Okay? We're in a time where a very, very great prophecies is coming to pass, man. And one of the major prophecies that's getting ready to come to pass, all right, is going to be the mandatory implementation of the MOTB, which is the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip written about in Revelation 13. All right, the Lord gathering these various different nations together into the Valley of Jehoshaphat for World War III. Okay, and then ultimately what's going to be the grand finale of these events is Yahweh Shai returning, man, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Okay, to establish the throne of David. Okay, and with the throne of David being established, man, you're not going to have heathen. It's going to be joint rule, actual heathen, ruling jointly. Shalom. It's ruling jointly alongside the Israelites, man. Okay, as you have these other false camps that are out here telling us, out here teaching. Okay, we're going to be the hierarchy, all right, and these various different heathen nations are going to be underneath us. They're going to be subservient. They're going to be our subjects. Okay, but before that happens, man, the Lord is going to have a series of events that are going to build up and take place before these things come to pass, man. Okay, as a matter of fact, can you open up real quick with the Romans, the 13th chapter, Romans 13 and 11, I think it is.
This is Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And it reads, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
It says, and that knowing the time, it is now a high time to awake out of sleep. All right. And when you get that word sleep, all right, in the Greek, it's equivalent to the English word of hypnotize, man. Okay. Because you got a lot of our people, a lot of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, really 2/3 of you here in America that are completely drunk off the wine of Babylon, man. I'm talking about completely inebriated, intoxicated. You see, having no clue what the hell's going on, don't know nothing about current events happening, geopolitical news that's taking place all around you because nobody's worried about the world that they're in because they're so fixated on their small little world, man. And you just really a small microcosm in the grand scheme of things, man. You see, but the Lord has set up a mass majority of our people that's going to be blinded, man. Okay, so read that again.
All right. Romans 13 and 11. It says, and that knowing the time that is now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
Right, it says now is our salvation nearer than when we believe, man. Okay? And the salvation begins with this word going out. All right, this is the beginning. Shalom, this is the beginning of salvation. Is this word going out, man? Okay, as Yahweh Shai said, he said the kingdom isn't going to come by observation, where they're going to say low here, low there, but behold, the kingdom of heaven is within you. Okay, which is going to transmit into something physical that's going to happen, man. So whereas the elect of the nation of Israel, the Israelites, all right, are going to be beamed up into chariots, what the world calls UFOs. That's when you're saved. That's salvation. You getting the new body is salvation. The law, statutes, and commandments being written in your inward parts is salvation, man. Right. Okay? So trying to use examples of the mixed multitude, crossing the Red Sea with the Israelites, they were saved. No. Because what happened? What happened? They became hewers of wood and drawers of water, man. They became servants. You see? Salvation only pertains to the nation of Israel, okay? And those that are going to obtain it first and foremost on this side is the elect of the nation of Israel, man. Because that's who we out here to preach to. As the Apostle Paul said, he said what? I endure all things for the elect's sake. All right? You got it, Doc.
This is back in Romans 13 and 11. I'm read that again. It says, and that knowing the time, it is now and that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
Now is our salvation nearer than when we believe, man. Our salvation. And that's a possessive pronoun. He said our. He ain't talking to everybody. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 12. The night is far spent. The day is at hand.
The night is far spent, Slaki. The night is far spent and the day is at hand. What's that day? All right, that day is talking about what? The day of the Lord, when Yahushua returns, man. And that night represents whenever we were in a drunken state, man. Ephesians, the 2nd chapter, tells you that. You know, when we walked according to the course of this world, you know, our minds being blinded by the prince of the power of the air, the spiritual demon Satan, you know, that's when we were in a darkened state. You see, but now the day is at hand, right? And Yahushua is also known as what? The day star.
That's right.
You know, you got it.
It says, let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light.
Right, let us cast off the works of darkness, which is the ways of this world. All right, which the ways of this world will make you an enemy of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You got to cast that off. And what it says, put on the whole armor of light. And it tells you about that armor in Ephesians the 6th chapter, man. It gives you the prerequisites of what the armor entails, man. The helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, the sword, which is the word of the Lord, your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel, your loins girded with truth. You know, you got to put on the elect, and that's what we're in the process of doing now, man. Okay, because right now we in the process right now. We're about to actually, like, it's about to be game time, like for real. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know, it's kind of corny when you say it like that, but like things is really about to start getting deadly serious out here, man. They already got the whole thing going on with the whole that happened at what Bondi Beach, if I'm saying it correctly. They're using that whole event, and they're going to twist that. They're going to use that event and twist it and make it illegal for you to say anything about the small hats, man.
Right.
The people that are actually in control of the known world that we live in, man. The ones that are actually orchestrating pretty much everything that we see going on.
Right.
That's orchestrating the news. That's orchestrating the media. That's manipulating the things that you see and it makes it look real. You see? So very, very soon, a man's about to be made an offender for the word, man.
Right.
You see? You got it, Doc.
Like I said, that happened at the beach. You know, that's going to be something where they saying we got to, you know, they got to basically monitor a lot of the things on the, you know, in like on the internet. Right. And they using now, I see, what's her name? C. Kirk wife has popped out again. And she's saying that, you know, why do they hate the small hats? Why do people hate them? See, so they're going to use her to be one of the faces of that. You know, we got to do something about the hate on the small hats.
Yep. Candace Owens. You know, it's a lot of controlled opposition that's going on. You know, where you got these people that'll speak out against the baby caps. Right. You know, and they'll be exposed. You know, like Tucker Carlson and things. But these guys are all set up. Yeah. You know, we believe that they're CIA operatives, but at the end of the day, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is using these particular individuals to ultimately bring forth the truth. You see, it's not, you know, they can have a script for them to say particular things, but you know, whether it's in pretense or truth, you know what I'm saying? Right. At the end of the day, the truth is coming out. The wicked's being revealed, like the scripture says, man. You know? Yes, sir.
Oh, come real quick. You had mentioned that about that Ephesians about the armor. You know what I'm saying? And everybody don't have access to that, man. You see, like the brother's going into, it's only for the elect, man. This is Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Now, when you go into that word treasure, it's Strong's H2 214. It's a watazar. It says a treasure or storehouse. It says magazines of weapons. Woo! Figurative of God's armory.
Wow.
But when you go into so I put it in ChatGPT, it's going into that word treasure. It says its meaning is a storehouse or treasury, armory, supplies reserved, or hidden stockpile. It says,
hey, I'm sorry, it said hidden stockpile, right? It makes me think of the scripture Revelation, hidden manna, which is this knowledge. This knowledge is really the true weapon.
Right.
You know, you got it. I didn't mean to cut you.
No, you good, bro. It says this word is used elsewhere for weapon storehouse in Jeremiah 50 and 25. It says
the Brigadine.
It says treasures of kings It says a storehouse of provision for war or famine. It says the fear of the Lord, or the fear of Yahweh, is not just something valuable. It's a strategic reserve, a divine armory from which strength, wisdom, and salvation are drawn. But like the point was saying, like it was one of the definitions said, man, it's a hidden stockpile, man, a storehouse. So it lets you know that everybody, and it says the fear of the Lord is his treasure. So it lets you know that fear gives you access into that storehouse.
Right.
To be able to have those that, like it says in Ephesians chapter 6, that helmet and the breast, you know what I'm saying, and the shield and the sword. That's accessing, you know what I'm saying? And that's access from that fear, all right, into that storehouse, man. And then it tells, like it said, strength. You pull strength from that storehouse, and it's all through fear, man.
Yep.
See, fear gives you access to all that, and fear is going to lead to spiritual power, man. Fear of the Lord is going to lead, all right, to spiritual power, because that's inside that storehouse, man. And that's you're only able to tap into that through the fear of the Lord, man.
Yep.
A lot of these niggas don't have the fear of the Lord, man. You see?
Yep. The scriptures talk about how the fear of the Lord is a strong confidence, man. You know, like you said, a lot of guys, they don't really tap into fearing Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai. That's the beginning of being wise, man. That's the beginning of wisdom. You know, and understanding is what? Departing from evil. Departing from the things that are displeasing from Yahweh to Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai, man. But you see, that's why the scripture says that what? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, and strength and salvation in the fear of the Lord is treasure.
Man, it said
Go ahead.
supply reserve, a hidden stockpile. All right, the armory that when I was thinking about that, it made me think about that scene on the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? When Neo and what's her name, Trinity was about to go try to save Morpheus, and Tank loaded them up, and you know what I'm saying, into the program, and you know that way, that you know what I'm saying, when they fucking line up guns, the whole fucking room would start filling with weapons, and they start picking from it. That's that access. All right, that we have through the fear of the Lord, and to tap into these divine weapons, man. Right.
Yep.
See, because it's gonna take a spirit. Because you can't fight a spiritual war. The scriptures say this is a spiritual war. You can't fight a spiritual war with carnal weapons.
Right.
You got 2/3 of Jake in Israel, Hebrew Israelites, thinking that you're gonna be able to fight this spiritual war with carnal weapons. Let's tap into Esau's blessing, nigga. You gonna lose.
You gonna lose.
You need divine weapon and divine armor for this spiritual war, man. You know?
Yep.
Hey, even if it's not necessarily dealing with that gun, Jake thinks that they're gonna out Jake they way out of Jacob's trouble.
Right. Exactly.
You know, you got this guy Captain Tazaria. He basically on a PR campaign.
Yep.
A public relation campaign to make the understanding, more palatable to the world. There's no easy way to say that we're gonna rule. You know what I'm saying? There's no easy way to say that them guys over there that had the tiny tops, are imposters.
Right.
You have to know, like, in the near future, you're going to be demonized, man.
Yep.
And the only thing that's going to save you out of that is the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Right. Yep. That's the only thing that's going to save you. You know? I got a quick one, man.
Yep.
Let's see here. Ephesians 6:12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
There it is. Yep. Spiritual wickedness in high places, man. You see, because these high-level illuminaries, these different elite banking families, all right, the R-Childs, the R-Fellers, you catching my drift.
Black got trust.
All these, you see that? That's the spirit. Mm-hmm. The Lord always brings forth an example. Wow, that's heavy. But you got these particular, bro, I'm telling you, man, the Lord always brings forth examples, man. Bro. But these particular elite banking families that are ruling the world, what the world deems as what the so-called Illuminati, the enlightened ones, at the end of the day, these individuals, they're ruling the world in wickedness, man. Why? Because they got actual left-hand spirits dealing with them, man.
Right.
You see? They got left-hand spirits that are actually dealing with them, telling them what to do, working with them to bring forth all the evil that you see going on in the world around you, man.
Right. Hey, that's why the pedophilia rings are being exposed so much, because Esau Edom's into that type of sacrifice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
He's into that type of sacrifice. He's into that type of strange rites.
Yep. And it all goes back to ancient Hamitic, ancient Sumerian, Mesopotamian rituals, man. You see?
Yep, which were adopted by the Greeks.
Yep. The Roman, yep,
Especially
exactly.
in the Ptolemaic reign, when it was in Egypt. You know what I'm saying?
You know, because everything is recycled, man. That's why America is known as Babylon the Great. It's also known as that great whore. You see, and what happens ultimately to a whore, man? You know, a whore gets burned alive. You know, a whore get put to death. So that's what the Lord is going to do to this place, man. He going to send fire. He going to send divine fire against America, man. And that divine fire is going to be by way of the chariots of Yahweh Basham Al-Shai, what the world deems as UFOs, as well as ICBM thermonuclear missiles, man. You have the whole Three-Eye Atlas situation, which is supposed to be passing by tonight. You know, and then you have 23 countries doing the largest defense drill in history. 23 countries are doing it right now, man. You got to ask yourself, why is that? Do you think it's really because of a comet or whatever the thing? No, man. They're Psalms, the 2nd chapter. They're preparing themselves to fight against the Lord, man. Okay, you have something, Monty?
This is Ephesians 5 and verse 14. It says, wherefore he saith, awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Mashiach shall give thee light. That's what we are, you know, this a battle. And we just read in Ephesians, the elder read in Ephesians 6 and 12, you know, we were fighting, you know, it's not a battle against flesh and blood when you get this understanding. All right, it's the rulers of darkness. So you got the dark against the light. All right, and that's what we're looking at. What's basically going to fold into the rulers of darkness. It's going to try to roll on the whole world and try to set up what? N to the W to the O.
Yep.
All right. That would even the first Bush said that. All right, and that is not what Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai is going to let rain forever. But like I said, if you don't get this light from Yahweh Shai, because it comes from Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. If you don't have this light that comes from him, you're going to receive what? The destruction that's going to happen to the rulers of darkness. This is what's coming upon the earth. But before that happens, it's going to be what? A lot of things that Esau is setting up to come down on the people.
Yep. Draconian laws.
You want to get rid of Jake.
No, I just said draconian laws. That's all I said.
He mainly want to get rid of Jake, but he wants to come down and cover it because he can't pinpoint everybody. Because, like I said, these rulers in high places, they know that we're scattered amongst these other nations.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so they want to get rid of Jake. So they're gonna be basically putting this. That's what they setting up for, the MOT to the B. That's why we're finna see these changes. We're finna see the digital What is that? The fifth industrial. What is
Fourth
it?
industrial.
Yeah, the fourth
industrial. Yeah, they're getting ready to set that up. All this is being set up, like I said, with this AI, all these things that are coming about you. This is something not to help you, but basically to put you in a 5 minute, with a 15-minute city, and ultimately can get rid of some of the ones, the pests, the ones that don't want to bow the knee, the ones that's just tripping. We got to get rid of them.
Right.
Yep.
But when they seclude you, then they can get rid of you, and you can't see everybody. That's why they're going to start monitoring, making things harder to get out on social media, on the internet. Esau got a plan that's been setting up for years.
Yep.
All
It
right.
go. I'm sorry.
No,
Go
go,
ahead.
go.
Finish the point, brother.
No.
No, I was Salaki. I was just going to say because it goes back to an ancient hatred, man. It goes back to antiquity. You know, like the scripture says in Ezekiel, it says that he had the perpetual hatred. When you get that word perpetual, that word in the Hebrew is iwalum, all right, which goes into antiquity of an old hatred. You see, there's a reason as to why the so-called self-proclaimed white man Esau Edom, all right, had a specific hatred on specifically. I mean, all the tribes of Israel, but mainly on Judah.
Right. Perpetual too.
It's perpetual, and it's happening on a very, very high level, but it's more so psychological warfare. You see, it's a reason for that, man. You see, because it stems back to what? Esau getting Yaquab out the blessing.
Right.
You know? Yeah, something going
Real quick. Ezekiel 21:9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus said Yahweh, a sword A sword is sharpened and also furthest. It is sharpened to make a sword slaughter. It is furthest that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It condemneth the rod of my son as every tree.
Yep. It says, should we then make mirth? And you got a lot of Israelites that are in a mirthy spirit, man.
Yep.
You know, that want to play around and try to make the ministry about themselves. They want to be on this show. They want to be on this podcast. They want to go here. They want to go there. They want to debate this person, do that, set up this system, and
Be
set up.
cute.
You know, the want to be cute Israelites, man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. The want to be, all you want to be cute Israelites. I want to look at me. You know, but here it is, man. Hey, here it is, man. Your enemy, Esau, and the rest of these different heathen nations, man. Because I mean, it begins with Esau, but the rest of these different heathen nations don't fuck with you either. All right, the scripture says that they're confederate against thee. They got systems set in place so that you can be eliminated. Either you're gonna be down with the you're gonna be down with this beast system, all right? Get a microchip inside of you so that you can be a perpetual slave, or nah, man. Or what? You're gonna be out of there, man. You see, but the Lord gonna set up a standard for those that stand stiffly for his name, man. But you got a lot of Israelites that are not teaching. They're not getting their congregation ready. They're not making them ready for the battle.
Right.
As the scripture says, man.
Yep.
You know, I got a quick one real quick. Were you finished?
No, go ahead, big guy.
This is Jeremiah 33, verse 23 and 24. It says, moreover, the word of Yahweh came to Jeremiah, saying, considerest thou not what this people have spoken, saying, the two families which Yahweh hath chosen, he hath even cast them off? And that's exactly what these different heathen nations are saying, man. They truly think that the Lord casted us away. You see, we got casted into various different captivities. You know, we're at the bottom. Like it says in Lamentations, the 2nd chapter. And what did they do, man? They put us in slavery. You know, so they felt as if, okay, yeah, man, you know, hey, at the end of the day, man, they threw. Right? It says the two families, that's talking about the northern and the southern kingdom, right? The two families which Yahweh have chosen, he hath even cast them off. Thus they have despised my people, that they should be no more a nation before them. See that? So they really want to they really want to strip your nationality away from you, period, man.
Right.
They've already done that, and they're still doing it with the particular philosophies and democracy and education, history.
The image of the beast.
That's what the image of the beast entails, man.
Part of the image of the beast is basically us enduring a neo-caste system.
Yep.
And the caste is basically a hierarchy of people. You know what I'm saying? These other nations, they come over here, they had the same consent about us that we're low level. You know what I'm saying? Although the various people, you know what I'm saying, who come over here, they have basically benefited off of, you know what I'm saying, our various civil rights that we have made. You know what I'm saying? So they're able to come over here and not get discriminated against. And Esau Edom will put him in a different caste system than us, and give him more opportunity than the various people in which the legislation was passed for.
Yep. That's Luke 16. Lazarus and the rich man and the dogs came to eat the crumbs.
Yeah.
You know?
That's them dogs.
That's them. You know? So they you know, like the elder was going into, man, that's it. That's the image of the beast. And most people can't really break down the beast, the image, and the mark.
Yep.
They really can't differentiate what the beast is, what the image is, and what the mark is.
Yep. They confuse you two. Mm-hmm. Or they speak about it as if it's interchangeable.
Right.
You know, or synonymous, tomato type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you hear Captain Tazariak, he made a statement, well, you don't need a C-hip to make you buy and sell. You're already buying and selling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Under that system, basically. Well, commerce, which is buying and selling on a large scale, that's a part of the image of the beast. Capitalism is part of the image of the beast.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Now, the actual physical C-hip, right? If you get my drift, right? The RFID C-hip, right? That's something that's tangible that's going to be implanted in individuals.
That's a badge.
And also, it distinguishes between the MOTB in the image of the beast. You know what I'm saying? In Revelation, the 14th chapter, around
right.
the 9th verse.
That's right.
See what I'm saying?
Yep.
So yes, we're buying and selling under this system, but that's a part of the curses too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it says in Deuteronomy 28 and 48 that we will have to go to him for want of all things.
That's it.
And under the image of the beast or Rome, right? Revised Rome, we're conducting business, man. It's the same philosophy, same system that was implemented in ancient world. We see it now.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep. When it comes down to buying and selling, that's how people operate and move. That's how traffic.
Right.
That's traffic.
All that traffic.
You know? So when you can control the flow of goods and services, and you can control how to access goods and services, essentials, whether it be food, water, medicine, you know, for you to be able to drive a car, for you to be able to have a home. When you change the concept of what money is and how to access those particular essentials, right? That's when you get tied into that system, that new way, that new system, I'd rather say. Because you'll have somebody like Zabak that'll say the mark of the beast. And when he's and even when he says, I understand what he's saying when he says this, but even so, it's still very, very low level and stupid. The mark of the beast is John 3:16.
Nah.
Like,
Yeah, that's
that's a very, very, very extremely low level of understanding.
right.
That's why the scripture says, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 603
Right.
And Jake can't even break down what the 666 means.
Right.
Chi Psi stigma.
Right.
And what is that stigma?
Right.
That stigma is the puncture. That it's going to be what pierces you. The device used to insert the charagma. But once again, you got to have understanding to be able to break that down.
Yep.
You know? Yeah, something cool.
Real quick. Ezekiel 28 and we'll start at 3. Now this is talking about
Beautiful.
the Prince of Tyrese. You know, but we can relate this to Esau Edom.
Yep.
Now in I want to say Greek mythology, Europa, it said that Europa, which Europe was named after, came from Tyrese. You know what I'm saying? We can look that up, you know what I'm saying, if need be.
See,
Okay.
I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah, her name is Europa. She basically came from Tyrus. Okay? In Greek mythology. And that's Europa, that's what Europe is named after. So we could relate that to this now. And also we could who's ruling globalization now, bro? Esau Edom. Okay? And he has made himself wiser than Daniel.
I got that for you whenever you're done.
Bring it out, bro.
Yep. It says, I said, did Europa come from Tyrus? It says, yes. According to Greek tradition, Europa is said to have come from Tyre or Tyrus, which was a major Phoenician city. Here's a clear breakdown. Who was Europa? Europa was a Phoenician princess, daughter of King Agenor or Phoenix, depending on the source. Her family ruled in the region of Phoenicia. Where is she from? Ancient sources placed her homeland in Tyre or Tyrus or Sidon, which is the same place.
Same name, right?
The Greek myth. So now it's going into like Zeus transformed into white bull.
Right, and grabbing her. And grabbing her up.
Yep.
And just as the bull came and grabbed her up. That's where Europe is named after.
Ooh-wee. It says, I'm gonna get the biblical tie-in. It says important for it. It says Tyre equals a symbol of wealth, trade, and corruption of nations.
Right. Wealth, trade, and the corruption.
Like America.
Who's over commerce now? Who rules over commerce?
Esau.
Esau Edom. Job, not simple, but a milk scripture, okay? Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges of it, not worrying who is it. Esau Edom rules over the resources, the capital, which a part of capitals is humans.
Yep.
Revelation 18 chapter,
That's
the
it.
souls of
men.
men.
Yep.
Right, slaves.
Yep.
This man, he got the lot. He got it on lock. And there's a system that's set in place that he utilizes to rule the economy, which
Yep.
is capitalism, which is a part of the image of the beast.
That's it. Yep, the dollar.
Right.
You know, the dollar being used off of oil, for lack of better words, the petrodollar. You know, that's really what got America. How America got rich was through his military power, the sword, his blessing. All right, getting these various different nations pretty much subjected underneath his way, putting in a puppet leader in there. You know what I'm saying? To push forth America's agenda worldwide, and then they used the dollar, the petrodollar,
Right.
to pretty much be able to reap in resources. Because how do these nations got to trade?
Dictate contracts.
Exactly.
He's able to dictate contracts with the petrodollar.
Slack.
Right? You say he's able to come to you and say, hey, China, I want you to make this for me at this price. I pay you this much and you're gonna give me for this price.
Yep.
You know, which was catalyst to consumerism, which practically this whole world is dictated off of America spending money.
That's it. That's why the nation of the earth, the scriptures talk about that in Revelation 18. You know, the whole nation of the earth are going to be wailing and mourning at the downfall of America, man. Because all these nations depend on America continuing.
Right.
Every single last one of these nations depend on America continuing, man. Even though you got BRICS and you got these various different nations that are circumventing the dollar somehow, some way, they still rely upon the dollar at the same time. Okay? That's why you're not gonna have a nation just rule and pop up after America falls, and everything gonna crumble.
Right.
You know, you got
Right. Ezekiel 28:3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast got thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures.
Yep.
By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches.
Yep. And I'll get that word traffic for you real quick. It's Ezekiel 28 and 5, I think it was. Let's see.
Yeah, 28.
Yep, here it is. Yep. And that word traffic, all right, when you pull it up here in the Hebrew, is rakalah. All right, rakalah. And the definition here says traffic, but it also says merchandise, traffic, or trade. All right. And then when you get the root word, which is rakal, it says to go about, trafficker, trader, a merchant, to travel for trading,
Right.
a merchant.
Travel for trading. You know what I'm saying? In a nutshell, you know, or we can use extrapolation, I should say, to go into what? Globalization,
Yep.
which is buying and selling on a global world, on a global platform. Who rules that?
Right.
It's so
Exactly.
either, whether it be the bear, Russia, or America. You know what I'm saying? Now both, America is on top right now, but Russia is making political pacts and things of that nature to put itself in a situation where it could circumvent the strength of the American dollar or the petrodollar, like the brother just briefly went into. But it's still Esau.
Right. Exactly.
It's still Esau.
It's still
He got the
Esau.
fatness of the earth right now, bro.
Right. Yep. Yep. It's just the Lord is going to use Gog to ultimately bring down, to ultimately take out America, which is Babylon the Great. But at the end of the day, like you said, they still Edomites. They still Edomites, and they still going to get that issue too. That's why the scripture says, "I am against thee, O Gog and Magog," in Ezekiel the 38th chapter. But the Lord is going to use Russia to ultimately bring forth judgment to America.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah. So.
I had the Revelation 18.
Oh, beautiful. Yep. Man. Yeah. Yep.
I'll get to the point. It's Revelations 18 and 9. And I'm reading the NLT.
Yeah, absolutely.
It says, Revelation 18 and 9, and the kings of the world who committed adultery with her and enjoy her great luxury will mourn for her as they see the smoke rising from her charred remains.
Yep. And that's how you know, all right, that when Yahushua returns, everybody on the world just ain't gonna die.
Right.
Because Vocab Malone would sit here and say Babylon is just, Babylon the Great is just, it's a symbolic of a global system. Well, okay, well, who controls this global system?
Right.
Who's controlling it? Okay, How are the nations going to see the smoke of her burning? That goes to show you that there's still going to be people here.
Right.
Because we're going to have a job to do whenever we get out them chariots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The elite's still going to be in the bunkers. You're going to have people around the world. You're going to have the world. I mean, you know,
chaos.
Yeah, the world's going to be in complete disarray, man.
Right.
You know, it ain't going to just be America, America falls, and then, you know, people in Europe and China just over there still just partying and living it up. Man, you got to think, man, the chariots is going to be all over the skies. People going to be afraid. You know?
Yep.
The earth's rocking to and fro like a drug. It's going to be complete chaos taking place, man.
Yep. Radiation. is gonna
Radiation.
be everywhere, man. You know, that's a very interesting time period. You know?
I'm getting curious to see how, like, how it's
How
going
it play out,
like,
right.
because they got to do that. They're cleaning up. They're going to have to do.
Yeah.
It's going to be, bro. I see why it's going to take 1,000 years.
Yep. We're gonna be learning this technology in order for them to be taskmasters to make them clean this place up, bro. To where it's gonna be, you know, totally cleansed and renewed. You know, it's gonna be a very interesting time period.
Yep.
Revelation 18:10, it says, they will stand at a distance, terrified by her great torment. They will cry out, how terrible for you, O Babylon, you great city. In a single moment, Yahweh Shai's judgment came on you.
You got it, Doc.
And that judgment is going to be set forth to come upon Babylon the Great. And it was mentioned indeed why, and the priest was going into how the other nations going to lament, because everything is really pegged onto the dollar. You know, now you see this this fight against, you know, who's going to basically come forth with this digital system, who's going to be the forefront of that. But ultimately, like I say, Babylon the Great has been ruling and been basically owning everybody by this petrodollar for years and years. So this is something, hey, this is this has been a well-oiled machine for a long time.
Yes, since after World War II, during the Bretton Woods Agreement, when they decided to basically make the American dollar the reserve currency.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So the American currency has been thriving for, you know, damn near a century. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
You know,
Yep. Because
it's a long time in history.
That cornered the market when they came to like the petrodollar. That really cornered the market because everything is built. A lot of majority of things you see and do, it got oil. You know, it contains oil.
everything. Yo, the pants that you got on, oil was used for you to have these pants on right now.
Yep.
The water bottle, the Ozarka bottles that you get from the store to drink your water out of, oil.
Right, cracking. It's a term called cracking, where they take petroleum, you know what I'm saying, which comes from oil, and make it plastic. Plastic in your cars, things of that nature, man. Hey man, this man got the game on lock,
Got it
bro.
on lock, bro. He got it on lock. He got it down pat. Down pat. It's a system. That's why they call it the beast system. You know? Yeah, so any more on that, Matthew?
This is verse 11. It says, Revelation 18 and 11 in the NLT. It says, the merchants of the world will weep and mourn for her, for there is no one left to buy their goods.
There it is. There's no one left to buy. Read that again, bro, please.
It says, the merchants of the world
This is
will
it.
weep and mourn for her.
See, these Christians can't go in and break this stuff down. Yeah, ask God Logic to break this down. He ain't gonna have no clue what the hell's going on.
Man, he gonna fill a bus.
Right. Well, what does this have to do with, you know, well, it hasn't been revealed.
You tell me.
Yeah, well, you tell me. Exactly. Yeah, that whole filibuster. You tell me what it means. You know, it's clearly talking about a system that's in place right now, man.
Yep. Hey, the prime example of that is look with when Trump implemented these shit, man, these Asian countries, you know, their economy they're tanked.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? To where, you know, their various stock markets was crashing. They had to actually literally, for lack of a better term, turn them off.
Right.
Yeah,
To
exactly.
stop these various countries, stock markets from crashing, man.
Yep.
and they had to come to the table, and especially and basically refinance that contract that they had with America.
Yep.
That shows the strength of this place, bro, because they are number one in exporting items.
Yep.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And we're number one in importing them. So
Yep.
they're dependent on us buying their goods, and it says that right in the scriptures, bro.
Yep.
They're gonna lament. Go ahead.
I'll read 11 again. It says, the merchants, this is Revelation 18:11 in the NLT, the merchants of the world will weep and mourn for her, but there is no one left to buy their goods.
Right.
There it is.
She bought great quantities of gold, silver, jewels, and pearls, fine linen, purple, silk, and scarlet clothes, being made of fabric, thyine wood, ivory goods, and objects made of expensive wood and bronze, iron, and marble.
That's right. So you look at the back of your, you look at, you know, those were expensive things, right? But we could make that, you know, and we could take it to layman terms. The backpack that you have, you know what I'm saying? You look inside of it, it says made in where? Vietnam,
Yep.
India, you know what I'm talking about? These various Asian countries, right? Your clothes made over there. You know what I'm saying? The items that you have in your house, the majority of it made in the Asian, you know what I'm saying, continent.
Yep.
Chinese, Taiwan. Hey, the Apple phone.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The engineering and ingenuity came from where? Came from goddamn me, Taiwan, if I'm not mistaken. Okay.
Yep. So all these various different countries, they rely on America, man. They rely on Babylon, bro. So when this nation falls, you got the devil on the back of his hoodie, you know. But when America falls, man, these various different nations are going to fall simultaneously with it.
Right.
You know.
That's right.
Was there more on that?
I still going into like the different things.
Okay. And mind you, also too, when you're reading that Revelation, a lot of those things that it says that America has there, a lot of those things are imported in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're not. It's not something that actually is naturally produced here in America.
Right.
Ivory, thyme. You know, it talks about frankincense.
Right. Oh, yeah, it goes.
You know, a lot of these things that's written about there is things that is not naturally produced here in America, man.
Right.
It has to be brought in. Okay, you got it.
Revelation 13:18, it says, and cinnamon and odors and ointment.
13?
13.
Revelation 13?
It's like Revelation 18 and
Okay.
13. Revelation 18 and 13.
I'll say that's stupid.
It says, and cinnamon and odors and ointments, frankincense and wine and oil.
Yep, there it is, frankincense. Because frankincense comes from what? The boswellia tree. You know, that's not something that's native to America. It has to be brought in. You know, you got it.
And wheat and beasts and sheep and horses, chariots and
Yep.
slaves.
Hey, cattle.
Yep.
Hey, you know, people who are conspiratorial, right? That's a fancy word for C's. You know what I'm saying? Or CTs, conspiracy. You know,
Yeah.
right? Conspiratorial. You know, they say, well, how is everybody eating this meat? How does everybody have excess meat 24/7, man? You see the cows around here, think about it. They're eating so-and-so, which, you know, that's something that's probable. But the reason why is because they're importing cattle from various nations, bro.
Yep.
From South America, from Canada.
Yep.
Yep, all types of goods are coming here, bro.
Like soybeans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know? Yeah, like you said, like a wheat. Like a lot of that. I mean, we produce wheat, but a lot of the wheat that, you know, comes from like the whole region of like Ukraine.
Yep. Beautiful point.
You know? And that war that's still going on between Russia and Ukraine still happening, man.
Yep. People don't even talk about it.
You know, it's because how many years has been going on? Since like what, 2021?
Yep.
Or 2020, it might have been before that, actually, now I'm thinking about it. So it's going on 6 years.
About 4 years.
Okay, it was like 2022.
No, you know what? You might be right, bro. It might be.
So I think, yeah, I must say, I think it started around like 2020, if I'm not mistaken. I could give or take 2 years or so, but at the end of the day, it's been going on this whole time.
Yep.
You know, and everybody still walk around, just as if nothing's going on,
Right.
in that hypnosis state.
I could say with that, Russia could have been probably just knocked it, destroyed them and bombed them all to hell, but he still got help with with NATO. But Russia don't want to destroy the land. They want to take the land. They want the land. They want Ukraine, but they don't want to destroy it.
Right.
So that's why they're just wearing them down. But what's keeping Ukraine afloat is NATO America.
Well, yeah, they tiny tops over there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Ukraine is really the tiny, they tiny tops, man.
Yep. Right.
They call them boys the cappers.
Yep.
Yep.
And it's a hub for white nationalists too.
Yep.
Special forces are really white nationalists.
Yep.
That's why we don't give a fuck about no goddamn Ukraine.
Right. Exactly.
Russia doing an excellent job. Good job, may God.
Right. Fulfilling prophecy. I got something real quick. Do you have any more?
Verse 14 is Revelation 18 and 14 in NLT. It says, "The fancy things you love so much are gone. They cry, all your luxuries and splendors are gone forever."
Yep. Hey, the scripture, what's that, Isaiah the 14th chapter? It says what? Babylon has ceased, the golden city ceased. The golden city. All the traffic and all the, the glitz and the glamour of Babylon being the beacon of morality and the hub of, the hub of light and riches and splendor is going to be gone in 1 hour, man. The Lord going to take this blood. The Lord going to take it out.
Yep.
That Statue of Liberty falling in Brazil, that replica of the Statue of Liberty falling in Brazil, that was an omen. That was an omen. And you had a lot of people going to social media and things of that nature saying that was a harbinger of things to come. And a harbinger is pretty much it's like a preview of an event that's getting ready to happen.
Right.
When that replica of the Statue of Liberty fell down, and that goes to also show you that Babylon. Here it is. Why does Brazil got a replica of the Statue of Liberty in Brazil?
Exactly.
And then in the background, what did you see in the background? You see the McDonald's right there. You know what I'm saying? That goes to show you that Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. Its philosophies are spread. Brazil got a replica of the Statue of Liberty.
Right.
And when it fell, what broke first was the light. The light broke, and then the head fell, and then the head ripped off. And Scripture says, "I will wound, he will wound thy head, but thou shalt bruise his heel." In Genesis, the 3rd chapter. So that was a sign of things to come, man. The light of the wicked shall be put out. Job 18.
Finish this up. Revelation 18 and 14 in NLT is say, "The fancy things you love so much are gone. They cry, all your luxuries and splendor are gone forever. Never to be yours again."
Never to be yours again. Because America's never going to be, it's never going to come back up again, man. Okay? This system known as America, the American dream and the American way is going to be done with, man.
Right.
It's going to be like waking up from a bad dream. You see, I tells you that I think Psalm 126. When the Lord turns again the captivity of Zion, it's going to be as if them that slept and dreamed. This American nightmare is going to be completely done with. We ain't gonna be sitting here and we ain't gonna be in the kingdom thinking about, man, I remember, remember when LeBron James passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for point. We ain't finna be thinking about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
MJ.
Yeah, MJ or LeBron or Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, they're the kingdom of heaven. Get the fuck out of here.
Over here, man. I wish I would have seen the Browns win the Super Bowl. Like, man, what? That shit gonna be that's gonna be an afterthought, man. Yeah, so
okay. Isaiah 14 and 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
Right. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven?
Right.
You see, this ain't going into no This ain't going into no fairy tale or some fable, I'd rather say, of Lucifer being an angel in the heavens. That was the Lord's greatest creation. And then he was just so bad that he just rebelled against the Lord. And he got thrown down to the earth, and he got hit. He got slammed so hard he went through the earth, and then went to this place called hell. And then he just made that his home. He just made that his domain. Then nigga grew horns out his head out of nowhere. Niggas got bat wings. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, it just sounds absolutely stupid.
Right.
Okay, that word Lucifer in the Hebrew is Hayalal. Okay, which goes into a carrier of the light.
Right.
But when you break it down even further, in the blue letter, it says what? It's a metaphor for the king of Babylon. You know? So how art thou fallen from heaven, your position of rulership, O Lucifer, or the king of Babylon? Got it.
I'm gonna read it in NLT. Isaiah 14:12 in the NLT. How you are fallen from heaven, O shining star, woo, son of the morning. You have been thrown down to the earth. You who destroyed the nations of the world.
You who destroyed the nations of the world. Okay? With a perpetual, I think it says in the KJV, with a perpetual stroke. You know? And how did they destroy the nations of the world? Through their philosophies. Through the American way, like we was going into earlier, man.
Right.
They'll destroy it. They'll destroy the nation, topple it, set up their puppet leader, and then pretty much put that nation in subjection under debt. And they'll give them a loan that they can never pay back, and they'll just have that nation in continual debt forever. You got it.
For you said to yourself, I will ascend to heaven and set my throne above God's stars. I will preside on the mountain of the gods far away in the north. I will climb to the highest heavens and be like the Most High.
Man.
Instead, you will be brought down to the place of the dead, down to the lowest depths.
Yep, it ain't talking about no place where you burn forever. It ain't talking about no physical. It ain't talking about no physical place called hell. It's talking about the grave. He gonna be brought down.
Yep.
See, he's in his high and lofty heavenly position now, ruling every damn thing. Has control over all the resources, and he has control over. He wants to control you.
Right.
He wants to put a chip and actually control you, your thoughts, your mind, your being. But he gonna be brought. He gonna go from riches to rags in an instant.
Right. Yep. Because a part of that captivity is basically, hell, I should say, is basically a low state. They're gonna be seen as that wigger of the earth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we walking around, you see Jake sagging and looking crazy as hell. That's gonna be Esau, kingdom of heaven. Right. People will look at him in the text like, ugh.
Yep. They shall narrowly look upon thee. Man, right. You know, the nation's gonna narrowly look at Esau, man. Matter of fact, I think it goes into Isaiah 14 in a different way.
Yep. Next verse. Yep, that's right. Instead, you will be brought down to the. I thought that too. Brought down to the place of the dead, down to the lowest depths. Everyone there will stare at you and ask, "Could this be the one who shook the earth and made the kingdoms of the world tremble?"
Yep. And that's talking about America, man. Ruled by these Edomites, the so-called white man. You know, and known as what? The hammer of the earth. Right. That's why America's known. Ate the water. That's why America's known as the. How's the hammer of the earth been broken? You know, that's constantly beating these nations down, man. You know, that's why when America falls, like the fall of this place is gonna cause the whole world to be in shock. You heard Donald J. Trump's. You heard of his pretty much his him address the nation the other day. But he was talking big money. He was talking big boy shit.
Was he?
Yeah, he was talking big boy shit, man. All the other nations, they envy America's greatness. You know, they envy the greatness.
Yep.
They want to be like us, and we're gonna show them. He was like, bro. He had a look more stout than his fellow. He was like, man, look, yeah, ain't no nation fucking with us. Right. He was like, and next year gonna be the 250th year of our anniversary, man. We doing big boy shit next year.
They talking about having like celebrations, things of that nature, and hey man, it's not gonna go that way, bro. You just look at the trajectory of like the economy, the morale of the people, bro, and everybody kind of knows that. Hey, bro, this shit was get crazy out here. Even somebody who's layman, look, that's the spirit driving crazy. Like shit was to get wild out here, bro. 2026 is gonna be a doozy.
Right.
Woo, boy, 2026. No, you got it.
250 years, that's really the extent of an empire.
Yep.
You know, after 250 years, that's like the lifespan of an empire.
Yeah.
After that, usually empires are on the decline.
Yep.
They're already on the decline, but 250 years is when they basically is it.
Right. And we can see the decline now. I mean, you got Trump trying to reposition himself on a global level. I mean, America is still strong globally speaking. Don't get it twisted. But even, you know, we've been reporting on BRICS for the longest. And you had Trump himself even say like, hey, we got to do something about, basically it's like, if we're going to do something about BRICS, we're going to lose the American dollar strength. And that's going to be a problem.
Yep.
So now you even had somebody like Trump just saying what we've been predicting this whole time. Like, this is a problem. They start to address them. And what you see going on in Venezuela, people aren't really paying attention to because they're so used to Esau kicking ass.
Right.
Babylon kicking ass. And this war, man, is feeling different, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's feeling different, bro.
Because when you messing with, I'll say it like this, man. Messing with Venezuela and their oil is fucking with China's pockets.
Right. China not gonna go for that shit. You think them Asian boys play fair? Them niggas play for keeps.
Yep.
You know, and don't get it twisted. America and China still has a very interdependent relationship.
Yep.
China runs a substantial amount of food industries here in Babylon, bro. Who's to say that, I don't know, that, you know, something has to get recalled, and that before it gets recalled, X amount of people, you know, gets unalived because of, you know, the Moabites just accidentally put too much so-and-so, or don't look at so-and-so. Hey, man, we ran that corner where pestilence is going to be, it's going to be at an all-time high, bro.
Yep. AKA fentanyl.
Yep, and then they're coming out with another fentanyl. They're coming out with a higher grade of fentanyl. I forget the term for it. It starts with a C. Right?
And didn't Trump just declare fentanyl a weapon of mass destruction?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But then what's the trip was he lowered the grade of marijuana. But shit, this synthetic weed got traces of fentanyl in it.
Yep. So man, Esau, man, he's a crafty devil when he's at work, man. And then when he says these particular things, you got to know it's a more sinister, devious action that's coming behind it.
Yeah.
It's all an agenda.
That nigga would just drink up, smoke, drink, man, drink,
Right.
smoke. Like, man, eat that, man, eat that mushroom, man.
Yep.
I mean, eat that. You gonna look, man, say, motherfucker gonna be trying to escape, essentially, all hell break loose. They gonna escape all right.
Man.
Motherfuckers gonna escape all right.
Hey, it talks about them apparitions.
Yep. Hey, that's what's going on lately. A lot of people, they unalign themselves accidentally. There's an increase in people dying because of, you know, drug overdoses. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta stop the pain.
Trying to stop the pain. Got something? Go ahead.
Isaiah 24
Man, spirit.
in verse 9. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, probably like what was verse 6 say?
Yeah, the curse hath devoured the earth.
Yeah, you start there. Yeah, start there.
Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 6 says, therefore hath the curse.
Start up another verse.
Okay.
Yep.
Isaiah 24 and verse 5, it says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
You gotta start up a little bit, bro. Cause it talks about how the people gonna languish. You know, they gonna drink one. Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 4 says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away.
Yep, the world languisheth and fadeth away, man. The people are languishing. All right, people are in the worst state that they've ever been in, man. You know,
That's right, bro.
financially speaking, you know, it's harder to save money. I'm talking about people are, you know, stress levels is the highest that they've ever been. Testosterone levels are the lowest that they've ever been.
Yep.
You know, for men. You know,
And they're saying in every state, like there's no state in the U.S. that minimum wage can pay for a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yep.
Yep.
Unless you know how bad it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's expensive, bro. It's getting expensive out here, bro.
Man, you try to put yourself, you try to have it so your girl stay at home.
Right.
Man, you put yourself in stress, bro.
Yep.
You put yourself in stress trying to do this shit. You know, you trying to shield your children from this world, man. And it's just like, there's no way you can only shield them for so long to where, you know, you're trying to, metaphorically trying to hold up a wall, financial wall, or a cultural wall, and it'll collapse on you in this world, bro. But they gotta go to these people.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And these people are teaching these children all types of abominations, man.
Man, bro. Christmas and
Yeah,
You know.
it's just, you know, it's like, how did you learn that?
right.
We don't talk about Christmas, but it's on TV.
They around it all day.
They around it all day.
You barely have it, bro. You got children. You barely even got time to even teach your children.
Right. Real talk, bro.
You can't. It's hard. You can't. You really can't even teach your children, man. And then really, you know, the wife is the first teacher of the children.
Yeah.
But she can't even do it because she gotta go to work.
She gotta do some work.
Yep.
Yep.
Right. Both of y'all tired.
Yep. Both of y'all tired.
Here, take you just give them the tablet, man.
Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep. That tablet, bro.
Oh, God,
you don't want to.
Then they go to the nigger net, on the internet, the nigger net.
Right.
Go to that bullshit. It's all kinds of, your brain is fried.
bro.
Yeah, man. You trying to find yourself. You trying to find something for your kids that's, you know, that's pushing, you know, people of color, and it's like the option you have is so low.
Right.
You got Gracie Corner.
Yeah.
You get tired of it's like this shit too damn niggers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Hey, beating on. I don't trying to hear this shit, man. Man, turn that shit down, man. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, you got that fucking Manny Fresh beat in the background. You know what I'm talking about, man. I'm doing my kid a disservice.
It's still Esau's bullshit.
I'm laughing, man. You know what I'm talking about?
It pushes black culture.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, dog.
Like, damn. Like,
Bad as hell. Like,
hey, B. They over there, see, raising the roof. It's like, man, like everybody trying to see that shit, bro.
God damn, man.
We gotta get the fuck out of here, bro. This shit right here, this shit is draining, bro.
Right. So we got a bunch of, like on Jim Carrey Cable Guy, we got a whole bunch of YNs that really cable guys.
Yeah.
Right.
That doesn't grow up here. This is fucked up.
Man.
These aren't really messed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cable guy.
Yeah. They say that this leads to too much screen time in autism. They call it when your kid can have signs of autism but not have autism. It's called virtual autism. Like, nigga, it's autism. Just call it what it is. And that's just the kids being in front of TV 24/7, bro.
Tablet.
That's why it's good, you know what I'm saying, to cut that shit out, make them go play.
Take your ass outside.
Yep.
You know?
Let's read. Get that
Right.
weed. Let's go.
Yep.
Damn, bro.
But shit, man, you be so you gotta work so hard to take care of your children. You 12 hours. You be like, man, you had a kid come in. Well, can you watch TV today? All right, man.
Right.
You gotta do the lesson.
Yep.
You try to be in the spirit. Like, man, it's just not what that is, bro.
Try to have time for yourself, just to
Yeah,
sit down
to
and just think.
Yeah, your kids just come in and hey, it be 8 o'clock. You be go day off. Hey, what's up, man? You don't want to be an asshole, kick them out. But you like, it's all right, man. It's got to deal, you know.
Yeah. Yep. Bro. Then your child goes to bed, and then you got some time for yourself, but you tired. You end up going to sleep too.
Right.
3 hours.
You know.
Damn.
You got 3 hours to yourself. And that's how he control you. The elder Yashwama says this often. He control you with time.
Yep.
Your time is controlled, bro.
Yep.
While he has time to make all types of wicked devices on his bed.
Right. Yep. Right. His time, his job, and his time is to regulate your time.
Yep.
How can I
he
control
squeeze
their
more out
time?
of you?
Yep.
How can I squeeze more out of this individual?
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, he get paid with it.
The water. Ooh, I would have been hurt to feel.
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
Oh, so like, bro, I'm looking up trying to make sure.
I'm looking at it too.
Nah. Isaiah 24 in verse 4, it says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do languish.
The haughty people is talking about when you're haughty, that means that you're proud. You're in a lofty position. It says even they languishing, man. I was looking at an article and it says that now if you make six figures, like it pretty much takes six figures to pretty much make it into the society now. Make it a minimum of 100K a year, man.
Right. Really, you're making $70,000, like what, $7,600 a month?
Right. So the nigga
Exactly.
woman was
Down to
right. She needs a
5600.
nigga.
Man, bro.
This shit's fucked up, bro.
And it's like, bro,
Gotta do overtime.
it's like, damn, like as of lately, I'm like, bro, is shit just getting more like did they just increase the rates or some shit? Like, oh my god, like now it's like my paychecks is like slimmer and slimmer. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Your life bill is high for them data centers with
Right,
AI.
bro, that shit is
Your shit
ridiculous,
is
bro.
skyrocket, bro. The water bill, the electric bill, to keep up with that shit.
Yeah, the water bill too.
You need a car, man. So you paying damn near $1,000 a month in a car? No, damn near.
If you had the insurance,
Insurance,
Bro.
shit. I pay $400 a month.
Bro, that's a fucking car note.
That's a car note,
Bro,
and for some shit that might happen.
right.
You paying $400 a month for some shit that didn't even happen.
So what else?
Also, what if this shit happens?
Majority of people got apartments. Majority of people gonna have 2 bedrooms or more. You know, apartment or houses. Yeah. A lot of people don't have 1 bedroom because they got kids and things like that.
Right.
And these apartments, if you don't want to be off in the hood, even in the hood, you be paying $1,200-$1,300.
Yep, nowadays.
Yep.
Now you're gonna get ready to pay $1,500-$1,600. No
Yep.
problem.
Yep. Shoot, man, you doing good with that.
Yeah.
You find somewhere in that Dallas area where you only paying 15, you know what I'm saying, 16, that fuck around be hood.
Yep.
Man.
You know, you gotta go to a small ass city to get, cheaper prices, which, you know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to stay out there.
Be far as hell.
Far as hell, ain't nothing to eat but goddamn Mexican food and an Italian spot.
I know, right? Hey, your corner store got groceries in the motherfucker.
Be 2 restaurants.
2 restaurants out there, man.
Everybody has this.
Right.
Yeah, everybody know your name like a motherfucker.
Right. You got it.
Going back, Isaiah 24 and verse 5, the earth also is the... That shit hurt when it falls. Isaiah 24 and 5, it says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Right. It says the earth is also defiled underneath the inhabitants thereof, man, because they have transgressed the laws. Read that again. Slide.
Isaiah 24 verse 5, it says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate.
Slack, I'm sorry. Read the overtime. Man, I'm just that nigga. Erica. That shit bugged me out. You got it. Go ahead.
Verse
You got that. You got it.
Isaiah 24 and 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Broken the everlasting covenant, man. You see, because the laws are supposed to reign supreme, man. When you're operating underneath the laws, statutes, and commandments, the earth is naturally going to rejuvenate. Everything is going to work in sync. But now that you got the man of sin ruling, Esau, the devil,
Right.
and he's ruling the world in wickedness, everything is just thrown off. Everything fucked up, man. So now the earth is naturally going to fight against, the earth is naturally going to fight against the opposition.
Right.
But we're living on the earth too.
Right.
We here too.
Right.
You know?
Yep. Just like your body fights off a cold.
Yep.
You know, when your body has a cold, it has certain defense mechanisms within it to get rid of that. To get rid of that disease and shit. Because the people who are ruling so unrighteously, humans have become the disease, man.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
It's like we become the problem to the earth under this man's rulership, man.
Yeah. Yep. We add to it. You know, and it's like now it's a natural thing just to add to it.
Right.
You know, America done made this place a concrete jungle.
Yep.
You know, it's all kinds of factories, all kinds of pollution in the air.
Bro,
Right.
they said New York is sinking, bro. All the goddamn weight of the concrete, bro.
That shit crazy.
He's steady building on that shit. And this shit is like you said. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
No, you good. Go ahead.
Like he's this doing, bro. Even in D-Town, bro. Driving here, bro. These niggas ain't doing nothing but building, bro. Building more and more, bro. And that shit is putting a strain on the earth, bro.
Fort Worth is fucked up right now, bro.
Hey, you know, Tony, off the coast of Georgia, this nigga trying to make some coral reefs. This nigga dumping whole trains in the ocean.
A train,
Trains.
bro.
Yeah, bro. The MARTA train. I can watch this. It's the MARTA train out of Georgia.
That shit's crazy.
Fucking
The MARTA train in the
ecosystem,
ocean.
bro.
I know this nigga trying to build them coral reefs, but this nigga dumping whole trains. They dumping whole trains in the ocean, bro. Off the coast of Georgia.
Artificial
reefs. So
Artificial.
you done destroyed the damn coral reefs, and now you got to make artificial ones. Why don't you just keep the reefs, bro?
Right.
Dumping whole trains.
Hey, can you
I'm about to look it up. I'm already on
Alright,
it.
come on,
What are the
What
benefits?
are the benefits of coral reefs, man? Because this man has totally destroyed this man has totally destroyed the ecosystem.
Right.
You know, and that's because he can't keep it at home.
Yep.
Even and this has occurred, you know, even during the time of Christopher Columbus. You gotta think that he was bringing goods and things of that nature over here, taking goods over there,
Yep.
totally disrupting the ecosystem, man.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, hey, shit, killing the buffalo.
I was just thinking about that. Yep.
You know, because the buffalo used to basically eat the like the high grass in the Great Plains. You know, and that would basically stop mudslides. Well, not mudslides, but flood and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So during the early 1900s, you had the great dust storms, things of that nature. Well, that's because this man killed all the damn buffalo. So he had to you know what I'm saying, basically rig the ecosystem for it to basically keep producing. This is what he's doing with coral reefs, man.
Bro, he dumping trains to make an artificial coral reef.
Nah, I was gonna say it. Beavers.
Oh, man.
I think, bro, nigga killing it and fucking up the ecosystem, like the other said, man.
Beavers are
Bro,
hella.
even before the train, I didn't know that about the train. I knew that nigga was just, bro, this nigga was just throwing, niggas throwing used tires in the ocean and trying to create reefs, bro.
Yeah.
You doing
Yeah,
time,
rubber.
tie them up, you tie them
Right.
up together and doing that.
Man, what's that scripture Revelation that says that destroy them that destroy the earth? Can you read that real quick?
Revelations 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, that should destroy them which destroy the earth.
Yep, and should have destroyed them which destroy the earth, man. You know, the earth is being destroyed daily, man.
Right.
All kinds of fracking. You know, the earth has a spirit, man.
Right.
The earth is living.
Right.
And you constantly, here it is. Esau's constantly working the earth too. The people getting worked. The earth is getting worked. You know what I'm saying? The ozone layer got trash and debris off in the ozone layer. The waters is just dumping. Bro, who the fuck dumps some train in the water, bro? Just trains.
Bro, it's saying when you make the motherfucker, you can break it down.
Thought about it.
Break this shit down when you eat. And use it for something else. You dump the whole bunch of train off the coast of Georgia.
To make a reef. To make an artificial.
Right. Then why don't you just stop doing what you was doing? You want to kill the fucking reefs, bro?
Right.
Hey, before you get this, can I get this definition of
Yeah,
ecosystem?
Yep.
This is according to AI Overview. It says an ecosystem is a community where living organisms, plants, animals, microbes interact with each other and their non-living surroundings, air, water, soil, sunlight, temperature, as a functional unit characterized by nutrient cycles and energy flow ranging from a small pond to a vast forest, forming interconnected systems that sustain life.
Wow.
So it's a perfect ecosystem that the Most High has made in order for life to basically produce
Yep.
and to flourish. But under this man's rulership, life is destroyed. Right? Even on a small level of insects, it's a term called insecticide, to where you have insects dying, which is very vital for the ecosystem. So you got animals dropping dead. Right? Why is that? That's because of this man's rulership, right?
Why do you have an animal that's so-called extinct?
Right.
So-called. That's what I'm saying. So-called because but like that shouldn't even be happening.
Right.
Yahweh, his name means he is to exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we're supposed to exist.
Right.
I'm gonna get this precept for you real quick.
Okay.
Sirach 39 and 19. I'm sorry, verse 16. It says, all the works of the Lord are exceeding good, and whatsoever he commandeth shall be accomplished in due season. So everything that the Lord does is good, man. When Yahweh Shah and the angels was creating everything, it said that it was good. This was good. That was good. But Esau comes and he does his little bullshit and he switches it. Now I can make it better. Now it's good. But it's really death. That's why the scripture says he is as death and as hell.
Right.
And he cannot be satisfied. His whole MO is just to fuck everything up. That's what Esau was created to do, was just to jack up everything. He was to jack up life. You see?
I'm supposed to hate that shit, man.
That should make you mad, man. If you in the right spirit, that should piss you off, man.
I got one for you, Charles. You got more?
That was it.
Wisdom of Solomon 14:9. For the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Most High.
Okay, I'm sorry, can you read that one more time?
Wisdom of Solomon 14:9. For the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Most High.
Man, the ungodly and his ungodliness. That's talking about the wicked, man. It's hateful to the Most High, man. Because you're pretty much looking at the creation of Yahweh Basham Shah and his ways, and it's like a spit in the face, man. That's why this man got to be taken out the way. Now I have I typed in ChatGPT. I said, what are the benefits of coral reefs? It said coral reefs are extremely valuable, both ecologically for the ecosystem and economically. Here's a clear structural breakdown you can use. It says food and fisheries. Coral reefs support about 25% of all marine life. Bro, 25% of all marine life, that's a lot.
Bro. That's a lot, bro.
Bro, it says coral reefs support about 25% of all marine life, despite covering less than 1% of the ocean floor. They are nurseries for fish and shellfish, which what are some things that shellfish cleans the water, by the way. It's like a natural filter, right? Millions of people depend on reef fisheries for protein and livelihood. Coastal protection. Reefs act as a natural barriers, reducing wave energy by up to 97%.
That's interesting.
I didn't know.
They said it helped us.
It says reefs act as natural barriers, reducing wave energy by up to 97%. Never knew that. Wow.
Reefs are living organisms. They're living.
Right.
So this nigga said, well, we killing it, so what we gonna do? Throw a train down here and let it catch all the stuff for the different marine life to feed off of. Throw a train down there. Who thought of a damn train just to throw it down there? See, when sometimes you think about this man he's diabolical. You like,
Yep.
you think of it.
Nigga, a train?
A whole train, bro.
We'll throw a train down there. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
No, that's diabolical. You know? So you killing something that's living and help basically 25% of the marine life, and throwing something that's material from dead and said it's gonna benefit from it. It's gonna contribute now.
Right. Well, when you look on those animal documentaries, especially dealing with the ocean, Esau go to film, he don't just film it. He film around the coral reef. That's why all the life is.
Yep.
All
Yep.
particular life is short. all them live and benefit from the coral reef, man.
Yep.
You got some more of that time?
Yep, I do, but you got it. I'm gonna play this up real quick.
About the Great Pacific Garbage Patch going into the ocean. It says it's estimates suggesting it's around twice the size of Texas.
Damn.
About
What's it called again? I'm sorry.
The Great Pacific Garbage Patch.
Oh, damn.
It says, however, it's not a solid island. It's dispersed. It's a dispersed plastic soup of microplastics and large debris caught in ocean currents, making it hard to see from above, though dense accumulations of microplastics do form trash islands.
Right. So
Wow.
it's just a whole bunch of trash that's 2 times the size of Texas.
Right.
It's in the ocean, killing all types of animals. And then you wonder why these kids are so damn sick. Well, this shit is it's in the food that we digest. There's
Yep.
what's it called?
Microplastics. Yep.
Right? Plastic has estrogen and things of that nature.
Right.
You wonder why these kids are so androgynous? Well, it was this food that we consuming, man. Every aspect of life has been tainted. Today that we're preaching, bro, is us being a couple of blacks and Latinos and Native Americans mad at white people. It's way bigger than that, bro. Way more nuance than that.
Yep.
Life is literally suffering under this man's rulership, man.
Yep.
Of course.
This is Revelation 6 and 8. It says, and I looked and behold a pale horse, and his name that sat on it was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth.
That's right. That's Esau Edom.
Yep.
Esau Edom, you know what I'm saying, was given that sword by the Most High, you know what I'm saying, to basically kill every fucking thing, bro.
Yep.
Life cannot exist under this man's rulership. Well, it says if the Lord doesn't come back, there will be no more flesh.
Yep. That's facts.
And it's real.
Right.
Right, in so-called developed countries, people aren't procreating. Like the number of people that's needed to be that's needed, you know what I'm saying, in these cities, like these so-called developed countries, they're not being seen. The people aren't procreating anymore. So the population is lower to where, you know, people that's supposed to be entering into the workforce and keeping the economy going afloat, they don't exist.
Yep.
Need workers. You gotta have kids.
Now you got AI taking all that shit.
Right, and that's why that's why there's such an influx of immigration in so-called developed countries. Like people don't want to talk about that though. Even in places like Japan, man.
I'm thinking that.
Yep. They had to bring people in. You know, I forget the term that they use. They basically like, you know, now you have in Japan they have terms like do it yourself, to where people will take themselves out to eat. You know what I'm saying? A very Western mindset. Right? People marrying AI images.
Yep.
Loneliness at an all-time high.
Damn.
People marrying themselves. It's unnatural.
They so confused.
You're supposed to be fruitful and multiply. And this is a phenomenon that you see in the developed countries, so-called developed countries.
Right.
To where, you know what I'm saying, mental illness is flourishing
Yeah.
in so-called developed countries. Why is that? Confusion is an all-time high.
Yep.
Big time.
Depression.
See, I had a client send me something. He listened to a podcast. He said in Brazil, the women, they want the government over there to legalize polygamy. They want to legalize this shit because they don't. I said, man.
Damn.
Because these women know that you got to need a man. But then, like you said, Mike, you are so confused, man. You flying in people to procreate in your country and shit.
That's crazy.
That's
And then
crazy.
you demonize them because they coming over here with traditional values. This is calling them coming over here with traditional values, bro.
Right.
Yep.
Right? A lot of these women out here, you see, man, these Latin tribes, man, these Northern tribes, man, they humble. Well, They come from a country where a man will put their foot up your ass
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
quickly.
Yep. Talk slick if you want to.
You will be in somebody's ditch.
Yep. You see them videos of them. You see them videos of them cartel members. And they have a woman, you know what I'm saying? And them videos be graphic, man. Talking about beheading and all that kind of crazy, man.
Or be a regular person.
Or a regular person, yeah.
That man will put that foot up on their ass.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? You know?
There's just all kinds of confusion out here, man. You know, you shouldn't have to. Yeah, you shouldn't have to fly somebody in and bring them down here just for procreation, man.
Right. Because your nation that's so-called so developed is not procreating.
Right.
Men and women are at odds.
Right.
And wherever you go, and your philosophy goes, that happens. It's happening in Japan right now. It's happening in so-called, well, I can't say so-called, the land of Israel right now. Men and women are at odds with one another. It's happening in UK.
Man.
There's nigga women in UK.
Shit, you had Cardi B. I guess she done took a trip over there to Dubai. And she had posted something saying she'd rather live in Dubai under their laws and come back to America.
Shia law.
To America is ghetto.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That shit pretty bro.
And she just she's one of them cool hoes. You know one of them hoes, you were just cool in high school, you know she a hoe, but she was just cool as hell. That's Cardi B.
Right. Yeah.
So how you gonna live under Dubai laws when the nigga you marry got another woman? In Dubai, you can have more than one woman.
Right, exactly.
Right.
But when you look at Dubai, and that's a developed country.
Right.
When you look at the crime rate, they ain't got no petty crime. They petty crime rate is 0%, bro.
Yeah.
That lets you know, that shows you that America could be doing the same thing, but this is ran by the wicked, bro.
It's ran by the wicked. Yep. They got it. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is the place where it says that their light is as darkness. You know? This is the land of without any order.
Right.
Like it says in Job, the 10th chapter. That's why this devil got to be put down, man. Like you said, if you go out there to Dubai, man, they don't, that little petty crimes, man, they don't be on that. Look, you will get your ass hemmed the fuck up out there in Dubai quickly.
I was just thinking that. Yeah.
Man.
Got her ass in jail.
Put her ass in jail. Probably put her ass over, probably put handcuffs on her.
She was known for hitting men and shit like that.
Yeah.
But that's a product of being in America, man.
Man, bro.
These women have no respect for male figure, male authority. These are young girls will break your damn shoulder.
Yep.
You got to move over for them. Women break. I'm glad I do not like working with women, bro. But disrespectful people, you walking, they'll break your fucking shoulder, bro. And what I mean by that is just bump into you. Expect you to move. There's no sense of like. You feel like, bitch, I can take your life.
Yeah.
They feel like they can whoop a man until they get hit.
Yeah.
They feel like they whoop a man.
Yep. Yeah.
And you got all this imagery in the film industry that uplifts that mindset.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That you see a woman, see an action movie that whoop 5 niggas, get the fuck out of here.
Right. Yeah.
Any woman to see that, be like, yeah, I'm shocked. All I gotta do is kick him in the nuts. Right. You know?
Picking them up, throwing them, swinging them.
Yeah.
Then you show you have like the family-oriented shows, and the woman is always the smart one.
Right. The most reasonable.
Dumb, don't understand anything.
Right.
She always over them.
Can't open the pickle jar, but she opened them up for her.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's just a fat idiot.
Right.
But somehow, some way, he go to work every day and the bills are paid. They have a house and she's a stay-at-home mom. How does that work?
Right.
This place is backward, bro.
Backwards, man.
It's producing, a backward society, bro. Hey, what's that? Is Sirach the 10th chapter? You got it.
Sweet.
This is Sirach, Ecclesiastes 10, verse 1. It says that wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
That's it.
As a
You can break it down too, huh? or whoever. You know what I'm saying?
Whoever wants to.
A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Right, a government of prudent man is world order.
That's it.
You know, you're gonna put certain things in place. If you were smart, you would put certain things in place to enforce the family nucleus,
Right.
so you can have a productive society. You know, versus Esau, Edom, he put things in place that's going to destroy the family nucleus and lessen and decrease the population. Right?
Yep.
He decreases the population to where he has to have immigrants come in.
Right.
If you were well organized, you would have certain things in place that would uplift what humanity. We don't see that. We see the exact opposite. We see decadence. Go ahead, Art.
Ecclesiastes 10 and 2. It says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Hey, so we're ruled after under some wayward people, man.
Strange
That's straight from the womb. Yep. Estranged people, man, into all types of madness. You know what I'm saying? And decadence. So of course, guess what? Shit, that's how the people going to be, man.
Yep.
You got all these fucking terms for sexualities. Now it's not two genders. Now you got people that's into all types of things. Now it's a you know, you can quantify your sexuality. I'm a sapiosexual.
Yeah.
I'm a so and so sexual. I'm this. All this fucking confusion.
Right.
But nobody's procreating.
Right. Exactly.
You got all these terms of sexual. I'm sorry, you had something to say?
No, I said, what's up with that? That's all I
You
said.
got all these terms of different sexualities, things of that nature, but nobody's getting along. Men and women are at each other's throat at an all-time high.
Yep.
Everybody's fed up.
Yep.
Fuck with a woman fed up, when a race fed up.
Yep, a whole race is mad at each other.
Yep.
Black men and black women, so-called black men and black women, hate each other's guts.
Yep. Yep. That's divide and conquer. You know, you can divide. If you can divide, you know, if you can divide the man and the woman and get them fighting against each other, you know, they ain't gonna procreate that way.
Right.
You know, and that messes up that messes up so-called marriages, man. You know, the structure, because the structure of marriage is to what ultimately extend your household, to extend your business, your enterprise. Esau don't want you doing that.
Yeah.
That's why baby mama, you know, baby mama culture is promoted here. No, that's my baby mama.
Right. You got women out there who would rather be a baby mama than a wife.
Right.
Cardi B would rather be a baby mama than a wife.
Yep.
She left the nigga that she was with to get with somebody because he was cheating. To get with somebody else that has another baby with another woman. They stuck with him. He cool. She cool with him. They talking.
Right. But she's pregnant by Stephon Diggs, and she's still technically married to Offset.
Right.
So it's just confusing.
It's madness, bro.
There's a bunch of madness, man. And that's, you know, it's just
You
shit
can blame
crazy.
that on America, bro. The shit can't go on the way it is, bro.
Back in Sirach 10 and 3, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Right.
Yep.
And the city's not inhabited. You know what I'm saying? The city's not inhabited by people. People aren't procreating. People aren't getting along, man. People don't trust one another.
Yep.
People are tired of one another. Right?
That's it.
You don't see that phenomenon just in so-called Negroes. You see that with shit. Basically, anyone who was born in the U.S. You got these heinous, right?
Yep.
Which is the Latina wicked women. The heinous. They at each other's throat. Well, them and their male counterparts at each other's throat. That's a product of this place.
Yep. It's the Wine of Babylon.
Feminism. Okay? You can blame that on Esau Edom. The so-called white race, man.
Yep.
You got a precept on it? Go ahead.
This Sirach chapter 16 and verse 4 in the GNT. A city's population may grow because of the wisdom of one person, while a whole tribe of lawless people disappears.
Right.
Wow.
You want to break it down? You want?
Yeah, shit. Like going into what you lawless. Hey, this is what you got, man. You see the population disappearing, man. You think this gonna be taking?
Man.
You think this gonna be taking place in the kingdom of heaven, man? People, you know what I'm saying? Decreasing. That ain't the will of the Lord, man. The will of the Lord is for things to flourish, man, to be fruitful and multiply. That shows the greatness of a society, man.
Right.
Things are multiplying, bro. You know what I'm saying? Versus Esau, under this nigga rulership, everything dying. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's like the elder them born into. Nobody is procreating. You see?
I'm sorry. I was gonna say, if you procreate and you being more fruitful, you put yourself more. Now in this world, you're put under more stress.
Man, bro.
Right. Yeah.
When you're supposed to be fruitful and multiply, and that's supposed to make you more it's supposed to glorify your household, man.
Yep.
You be fruitful and multiply today, man. I'm talking about stress out the wazoo. Let yourself be finding out that you got a child, and then all of a sudden you got another one on the way. Then you got another one on the way.
Man,
Bro, you stressed.
you be stressed the hell out.
You be stressed out trying to figure out what the hell you gonna do.
You start having all these kids, you're gonna be, your head gonna start hurting, you start smoking cigarettes,
Man,
you start drinking and shit.
Start drinking a little bit more.
Man, bro.
Because you're trying to figure things out.
Yeah, usually, you say, you like, I'm pregnant. You're like, all right, you excited now. You say, I'm pregnant. You like,
Yeah, that
Man.
third one, you be like, shit.
man.
I gotta find me another job.
Yup.
for real.
I gotta go to the grind.
Damn.
My shit together, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Because because it's a beautiful thing. It's, as a man, naturally it's a beautiful thing. Even for a woman too, in a right mind. Because nowadays a woman get pregnant, she's, but naturally it's a beautiful thing. As you want to further your enterprise, you want to further your extension.
Yup.
And that's natural. But in this world, you can't do it in righteousness, man. You can't do it the way that it's intended to be. Because in this world, it brings forth more problems. It brings forth more stress. Now granted, brother in a situation where he may have multiple children, at the end of the day, the Lord got us.
Yup.
It's just not advantageous. It's not expedient in this society right now, man.
Yup. Because having kids, that's a part of the cares of this life.
Yep.
Hate to say it, but man,
Yeah.
Judah's son that got put to death when the reason because because his brother died, and his wife, he's supposed to have been procreating with her, and he took it out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look what we doing every time, we supposed to stay in when we, getting something from a woman, but now we're like,
Yep.
He poured out,
yeah,
and Lord put him to death.
Lord put him to
The
death.
seed.
It was spilled a seed on the floor. He was supposed to go into his brother the levirate marriage. Or your brother, what I'm saying, your brother, he's supposed to, if you have a wife and you don't got no seed, you have no children, and you pass away, your brother's supposed to go into your wife so that your name can continue.
Right. The legacy going.
But nowadays you got men, getting vasectomies.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
You want Rob?
Yeah, you get it for a second.
I'm going out. You got me.
Yep. You got a guy like Slim Thug saying that.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here, man. Women getting their, like, come on, man, getting your tubes tied.
Yeah.
But back in the ancient world, man, if a woman was barren, that was like, man, she was, she would look down upon, like, but do everything she can. Like, she would pray to the Lord, like, can I have a son? Yeah, send him his mom. Like, Lord, if you give me a son, I'll dedicate him and I'll give him to you. I just want, I just want a son.
Right. Yep. Shoot, nowadays, people are depressed because they really don't have a meaning in life.
Yep.
Because of your life. For men and women, you're supposed to procreate, and that's supposed to give you your meaning. Now, these women out here are so fucking selfish. They believe that their career gives them meaning.
Right.
A fucking piece of paper gives them meaning versus a family. You got men out there, they want to procreate, but they don't trust women. Being burned or seeing some shit when they was younger.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So they probably just they had the mindset of just living by themselves, mag top,
Right.
Man, go your own way. Focus on yourself and just, basically just pay for it when you can.
Work
That's
out.
that work out, get yourself together. Which, hey, I get it.
Big time.
That leaves a life of meaningless. If you ain't serving the Lord, then what you doing with yourself, bro?
Right. Big time.
I got a precept real quick.
God.
Ecclesiasticus 3:9. For the blessing of the father establisheth the houses of children.
Right, and that's been taken away from man. Manhood has been demonized here in Babylon the Great.
Yep.
You know,
Called
what I'm saying?
toxic.
Yeah, it's called toxic.
Toxic masculinity. That's
Toxic
just crazy.
masculinity. You raise your boys, you're being toxic. You whoop your kids, you're toxic.
Yep.
If your woman caters to you, you're toxic.
Right.
Towards some men, like, you know what, fuck you. Hey, you got it.
Yep.
You know, they don't even want to be in the children's life. The woman done ran them off. Or never just allowed them to be in life. So these kids growing up confused as hell and families,
Yep.
getting treated all types of ways. It's fucked up, bro.
Right.
You know?
Mama with the stud, man.
Mama with a damn stud.
Right.
Hey, Johnny, I'm gonna teach y'all to play basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Yeah. Stud got a goddamn fade.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you about these women, dog. Man, what the fuck?
Walking around with that with the pocket with the chain and connected to the wallet.
Right.
Goddamn, two pair of hoop shorts on.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Through.
Through.
Wearing big ass clothes.
Yeah. Fat foam collar shirts.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That shit
True.
crazy.
Yeah.
That shit is
That's what it
insane. Yeah, let me go back to it. This is Ecclesiasticus 3:9, right? It says, for the blessing of the father establisheth the houses of children, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations.
That's right. The curse of the mother rooted out foundation. And majority of these women, they're not right, bro. Especially the so-called black woman. You just gotta call it what it is, man.
Yep.
Majority of these women ain't right. You know? They're not right, bro.
Yep.
These black women, they overtly ain't right, and a lot of these women other women that you get with, you find out they ain't right either.
Yep. Yep.
And you can blame that on Esau Edom.
Turning things upside down.
All of them had the same mantra. Man ain't shit.
Yep. That's it.
You know what I'm saying? When they the worst people ever. So the worst people you'll ever meet in your entire life. These women out here, bro.
Yep.
Like you said, he took away the purpose. And like going back to what you mentioned earlier times about, woman being buried in the ancient world was looked at as like, you know what I'm saying, like a curse. Like, man, damn, something wrong with you. Even marriage, man. Back in the ancient world, it tells you about that. The father, he wanted to give his daughter out. It was about marriage, man. You see further in the family, man. But here in this society, man, man, these people don't look at, man, these women ain't trying to get married. They don't even, this nigga has fucked up every goddamn thing, man.
Yep.
That's why the scriptures say, neither give a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad.
Right.
You look up that definition, gad abroad, it means is to wander around aimlessly with no purpose, man.
Aimlessly with no purpose.
Nigga done took the purpose of the woman and wonder why they old ass is unhappy, man.
Right.
And clapping when Kevin Samuels died. Yeah. When the nigga was just telling your ass what it was, man.
Yep.
You know?
Gail King over here looking for a boyfriend.
Hey, you got you got Stacey Dash. Now what do you call it?
Yeah, OnlyFans.
Being nasty.
Motherfucker, bitch, you had 3 husbands. Bitch, you the fucking competent enough. You and Roger Simmons,
Kamala, come on.
He said, bitch, I pay you 50 grand a month, but I'm a deadbeat. I give you 12 million over 20 years, but I'm a deadbeat.
OnlyFans. That shit
She on
crazy.
OnlyFans too?
No. So
that's
crying
insane.
out. Shit, she had 3-4 husbands. Now this bitch crying. Right. Got Stacey Dash on OnlyFans. Like, what do you know?
And that goes to show you that just goes to show you how low men have gotten though. To the point whereas now you got, you have OnlyFans, and it's crazy because I was looking this up yesterday. The highest earner of OnlyFans, how much they make in a month, right? Iggy Azalea, which she was a former.
Yeah, she ain't got rap no more.
Bro, you know how much she made in 1 month in OnlyFans?
About 10 grand.
Nah. One more guess.
In 30 days.
1 month.
60,000.
10 million.
9.3 million.
Yep.
Oh hell, come on, man. No.
9.3 million
Yep.
in a month.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And all she does is just copy the nigga woman.
That's it.
You know she from Australia, right?
Mhm.
When you hear it, you think, oh damn, she supposed to be from Michigan or somewhere. This bitch from from down under. What?
Look it up.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
9.3 million dollars. And that's men going online and subscribing. And you know how much I looked it up yesterday. You know how much a monthly subscription was?
How much?
$25.
Bro.
Them niggas are doing that just to look at.
Look it up. I kid you not. I kid you
No
not.
more than looking at it, dog.
$25 a month.
Nigga screen stick as hell.
Yeah, they get to
Man.
know they self.
Socks all crusty and shit.
Yeah.
Mom was walking in. What? I found this sock. It's stiff as hell. It ain't even moving. Mom, where'd you?
Get out my room.
Get out of my room.
Man, that sound like Velcro.
Yeah.
Damn.
Man, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Velcro that motherfucker.
What I tell you about wiping up the milk from the cereal with your socks? Black sock look, over here got stains on it.
30 days, bro. God, that's a
Mama,
lot
don't
of
put that.
Bro, 9.3 million in a month.
So you know you can't tell her a goddamn thing.
Nah, hell no. Bro.
And then she just miraculously just stopped doing it for moral reasons. She made that 9.3 million. All right, bye.
That's right. You good? She didn't do it for 1 month. I'm sure she did it for.
Yeah, she did it for a
It
while.
was a month.
No, she did it for a while. She was making millions a month. Hey man, shit. We gotta get out of here. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get out of here at the end of the day. That's just the situation that we're in. You know, Jake just in a low state. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't think. What did you say? You said that in the chat about crack. It was a weapon of mass destruction, bro.
Yeah.
That shit real, bro.
I ain't think people still smoke crack.
Oh yeah, real. Oh yeah.
They still out here.
Yes, sir.
Yep, they still out here, man.
Hey, next time you see that, let that nigga smoke crack.
Mm-hmm.
Do not disturb crackheads and they crack, bro.
Yeah,
Let the
they
niggas smoke crack, bro.
them niggas crazy. You know, they they'll do anything for that shit. Like for real.
I remember talking to that girl. She had came out before.
She used to be with a dude, right?
No, she used to be by herself. She came out to the camp. She's like, I just got kicked out. I wouldn't listen to my parents. I think that was her. I was like, you should go back home. She looked young. She looked like she didn't know what she was doing. She know what she's doing now. She's like crack.
Back in Sirach 10, verse 4, it says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
That's right. This is what we're fighting for. We fighting for this world to be brought back to its former glory, bro.
Right.
Right? That's what things are running right, man. Things is just things are all out of whack now. You know, this thing is bigger than us being mad at so-called white people.
Right. Right. When you first come in, that's what, man, so-called white man, the devil. There's time, he is the goddamn devil. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
But as you get more seasoned in this thing, it's like, bro, we really it's like, bro, as a people, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, Jake is fucked up.
Jake is very, very unpleasant to be around, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I'm talking about from the high, from low level Jake to Jake that has money. Jake is very difficult to be around.
Yep.
Especially women, bro. Especially y'all women. Whether it be so-called Latino women or the nigga woman, the infant, especially that nigga woman. This unpleasant to be around. Because the pride just oozes off of them. Just very powerful individuals, bro. Talk to you crazy, handling you all types of ways.
Yep. Because they feel because nothing ain't happened to them.
Yep.
Their life as they know it hasn't been dramatically changed. And you know, it's all about a position of a hegemony, you know. But the Lord gonna change that. When shit hits the fan, that's when people gonna try to start being in order and all that kind of stuff. But it's gonna be too late for a lot of people, man.
Too late to apologize.
It's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too late to say sorry. It's gonna be too late to apologize too late. You know. Time is 10 o'clock. Okay. Yeah, you know, it's about to be 10. But did you want to finish that up? Or you good?
Finish that.
This is all back in Sirach 10 and verse 5. It says, "In the hands of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the prosperity of man, and under the person of the scribe shall he lay his honor."
Under the person of the scribe shall he lay his honor, man. And that goes into what the scripture says, that what the priest's lips shall what? Teach knowledge. And that's our job as we go out there on the highways and byways, man. Our job is to proclaim the message of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. Read that. Can you read that again?
Sirach 10 and 5. "In the hands of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is the prosperity of man."
And it's the prosperity of man, not the death. You know what I'm saying? But in the hand of the wicked is just nothing but death. You know? You got it.
Prosperity, in the first early said profitable. All this is something that's addages, something that adds to. When the wicked rule, the unwise king rule, it's always a deletion or a subtraction.
Right.
The earth's supposed to be flourished. I think in the blue letter, it says about 10 times together. You put in fruitful and multiply, it says about 10 times. The Lord's constantly telling us, be fruitful and multiply. Be fruitful and multiply. But Esau, it's just basically say, don't procreate and delete.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
That proved
Have fun.
Have fun.
Yep.
So got the blessing. That let you know who's in rulership if you're spiritual and you understand prophecy right there.
Yep.
Take peace. That's exactly what the fuck he's doing.
That's right.
Yep.
You got a call for sit playing peso for it.
Man, bullshit. The car we got now is way different from the one that was in the past.
Man.
Motherfucker been manufactured.
Manufacturing car go from a no cost at all to a manufacturing car. What's this nigga?
Constantly getting colds. You know what I'm saying? There's a cough going on a couple years ago. People was coughing so hard it was breaking their ribs, man. The kid you not dead serious.
Think about that, bro. It make you think of that scripture, man.
Like literally, people were coughing so damn hard their ribs was cracking. I was like, bro, you coughing so hard, you cracking your ribs? Like that's insane.
Yeah.
People were just like, god damn, bro. Take your ass to the hospital. Nigga sneeze.
Spleen out of place. Like, damn. I am dying in this motherfucker.
Man, bro, nigga get paralyzed.
Bro. Oh, shit.
I read that article, I was like, wow. Rib cracking coughs. You can look it up. I'm serious. Yeah, people was cracking their ribs coughing. Damn. You gotta get out here.
Coughing while it's cracked, it's hurting this shit.
You try to hold it in. You try to hold it in.
It's real, bro.
Oh, man.
Damn, dog.
You gotta get the
Unwise
fuck
king.
out of here.
Yeah. Unwise king,
Bro.
that's what you get.
You know, the Lord really fucked us up, man.
Yeah, man.
We really was in the ancient world tripping.
Yeah, bro.
For him to take us this level, bro.
Well, it says, our father have eaten sour grapes and the children's teeth are set at edge. Man, we feel that shit, bro.
Man.
Like Sirach 10 and 5, it says, in the hands of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the prosperity of man, and upon the person of the scribe shall he lay his honor. Bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong, and do nothing in all thy injurious practices.
Man, injurious practices, man. You know, and did not Esau establish America by injurious practices? You know, using the sword, you know what I'm saying? Subjugating peoples, you know? You got it.
This is verse 7. It says, pride is hateful before Yahweh Shem Yahushua and man, and by both do one commit iniquity. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
There it is.
That's it, bro.
By unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is about to be translated.
Right.
See, power is going to be translated, man. And power ain't just going to disappear. No, it's going to be translated from one group of people to another group of people. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
That's right.
You know? And that's what we ultimately advocate, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shai, man. The throne of David being established, the elect being risen up, this system going down, and ultimately peace reigning, man. You know?
That's right, bro.
So with that, you know, we pray this was an edifying camp. As always, we want to give all praise, honor, glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, taught us the truth, still teaching us truth. Much peace, love, and salutations to the elect. Shalom.